Hey guys, I'm Oliver and thank you so much for joining me here on Product Perspective. So today we're looking at the DJI R dual twist handles, which are made by DJI for the RSC2 and the RS2. So let's get into the video. Okay, so right here, the handles are literally just these two top plates and the two handles right here. Nothing else comes with the dual handles, and they're $139 off of their website. That's where I bought it, and it actually was out of stock for a little bit of time. But I just wanted to talk about my experience with them and if I would recommend them for that price, and also just a couple features about them and what makes them pretty great. So first off, the handles, as you can see right here, are pretty much attached to the side of the gimbal. And this goes for the RS2 and the RSC2. They have these special clamps on the side that you can add accessories to essentially. But all you have to do on the side here, they made it to where these little clips here actually hit the gimbal. So they're kind of difficult when you go to get it loose. It's not a big deal, but it kind of gets annoying. And they all have special releases here, so they're not just going to slide off if that loosens up. Same with the handle as well, sliding it back and forth. So just a couple nice little features there that you're not going to be dropping your gimbal because you didn't press in that button, but literally it just slides right off, and you can actually attach these upside down, both of them, and now you get more of a high gravity handle system here for if you have a really heavy camera setup. You attach it like that, and then you can hold your gimbal essentially higher than that lower down setup here, which I kind of like. I haven't used it a whole lot, but it would be nice for certain shots. So they literally just clamp on and off right on these side clips here, the little M4 clips on each side. Those are made for attaching accessories, maybe a phone mount, a battery pack, anything like that. They'll make special clips that you can clip on there. So let's slide this back on. And they're really not too difficult to put on and off. They just made it to where it hits, so it just makes it a little more difficult. So on the handles here, you just twist that up, and you can slide both handles back and forth. So if you want a close handle grip right here, or if you want the farthest handle grip, I like going about an inch and a half away from the edge here. That just makes it my perfect kind of distance, my body width, and that just makes it the most comfortable. But again, just move it around to where it fits and is good for you. Next, they have tons of screw mounts, hot shoes. It is really, really nice because actually on the RSC2, there are no screw mounts other than the very bottom one, but I always have my tripod on, so that doesn't work. Or if you crack it in half, where you move your gimbal in half like this, you loosen up your clip right here, and your gimbal can crack in half like that to get like down shots. There is 1/4 screw in there. That's it. So you can't add a battery pack, you can't add a mic, you can't add anything like that. But with the handles, it's like having a cage on your camera, not on the gimbal, but say you have a cage on your camera, you can attach batteries, mics, stands, all that type of stuff. It's like having that on your actual gimbal. There are 4 on the top, there's 2 on the front here, 2 on the back, 4 on the bottom, 2 on the bottom of the handles. You have 3 hot shoes up here and 2 on the bottom of each handle. So you have tons of mounting options, and you also have a special little pin here. If you get a phone mount from DJI, it's a special little mount that kind of sticks in there and screws on. So you just have a lot of options to screw and kind of put anything you want on here. Again, that makes it heavier, but that is really, really nice to have. Next feature is on the left arm here. You just twist this handle right here, and you get this essentially handle on top of the gimbal right here if you're gonna be doing a down shot. So you can hang your whole gimbal by that, and you have still your bottom here. So you can be getting 2 handles. It just makes it really nice, or maybe 1 on the side. So it's just a really unique setup, but makes it really comfortable for certain shots. Instead of breaking your gimbal to get that down shot, all you have to do is loosen this up and use your left handle for that. So I really like that, and you can also do it partially as well. If you want to just get some weird handle grips here, maybe it's really comfortable for some sort of angle. I don't know. You can just do a lot with that. You can also put that on the right side. Anything like that, you can just adjust everything, and that makes it really, really nice. It's also made by DJI, and so I like usually getting DJI products when they attach to an actual DJI product. So if it's for a drone or something, instead of getting a third-party accessory, I like getting the actual one. Maybe it's a little more expensive, which this is pretty expensive compared to some third-party ones, but they match perfectly. They're really high quality, and I think they're worth the money, and they're gonna last quite a bit longer than getting another one. Maybe they're gonna scratch your gimbal, some of the off-brands. I just recommend getting the actual one made for the gimbal by the company. So I highly recommend it. There are a couple things about it I don't like. First off is it is $139 just for metal, essentially. There's no tech in this. And I think that's just a little expensive, but again, it is built really high quality and very nice. And the other thing is when you're holding both handles, you don't have the controls of your gimbal at the tips of your finger. So if you're holding your gimbal here, like normal, all I have to do is move my thumb, press a button, press the front trigger, any of that. But now, I can't do that. I have to switch hands, and it's gonna make the gimbal kind of move when I switch. You can't get a perfectly smooth shot. So I end up actually using it like this a lot, to where I'm using one hand on the gimbal and one hand on the handle, and I've actually come to use that probably more than using both. Unless I'm getting one shot, I know I don't have to touch any buttons or move the gimbal or anything like that. I end up finding myself holding it like this a lot more. They do make a handle that replaces one of these. It's really expensive, and it wirelessly connects, and it has all the controls on it. So one hand you can control, and the other hand's just holding. But that's a lot of money, and that might be down the road. So yes, I highly recommend it. I like the screws and the hot shoes, all that type of stuff. It's like having a cage on your gimbal. And just the overall customization of it. You can move the handles all around. You can adjust them to where it fits your unique shot. And that's what I really, really like about it. So yes, I do recommend it. It's a little expensive, but I do recommend it. And if you haven't noticed, there's this huge black box with all these cords underneath where the camera sits, and that's the DJI RavenEye Active Track. And this is one of the best add-ons or accessories for this gimbal, and for quite a few other gimbals that this works with. I really, really like it. Highly recommend it. New video coming, talking about how this works, what it does, why I really, really like it. So stay tuned to check out that video. Consider subscribing. Give this video a like. This video is coming soon, so check it out when it comes. Also, check out the review I did on the RSC2. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you guys back in another video.